know what just hit me? I just realized, after spending so long trying to make sense of Final Fantasy VIII, you know what it is? It's that the Final Fantasy series has never made any fucking sense. It's always been terrible. So, you know what? Fuck Final Fantasy VIII. Fuck the whole series. We're gonna start over. I'm gonna tear this whole fucking franchise down from game one.
This game's plot is retarded. Okay, so the world has gone to shit because the 4 orbs that keep the basic elemental forces in harmony have become corrupted and gone dark. These orbs represent earth, wind, fire, and water.
Ooh, that's original. You know, the only way this setup could possibly be gayer is if they had a 5th orb for the power of heart.
When the 5 powers combine, they summon Earth's greatest champion, Captain Planet.
So anyway, 4 warriors of prophecy appear, each one holding one of the 4 burned out orbs. But who in the hell are they? Where did they come from? And where in the fuck did they manage to get the 4 orbs that hold the destiny of the entire world? You'd think they keep those locked up or something.
Now, most normal people played through this game exactly one time with a well-balanced party of characters, and that was fucking it. I mean, afterwards, yeah, you might go to your friends and tell them how fucking lame this game was, but then one of your friends would say, I liked it, man. You know what I should do? Is play through this game with, like, 4 black belts. Now that'd be fucking hardcore. It'd be like 4 Bruce Lees, and then one of your friends would be like, "No way, man! You know what'd be really hardcore is if you could like beat it with 4 white mages. Now that'd be awesome, man!" And then you'd be like, "That's fucking retarded. Who would be that fucking lame?"
So now you get curious and you look on YouTube, and Jesus Christ, someone's actually done it. Think of all the time and effort and sheer force of will it took to play through this shit-biscuit game with the most idiotic character selection possible.
Oh, but that's not the most idiotic possible party of characters now, is it?
Oh, but wait, you can come up with something even stupider now, can't you? What if you only tried it with 1 character, like, let's say, 1 red mage? Fuck! Okay, what about 1 thief? Oh my god. Okay, what about the worst possible thing you could do? 1 white mage? Holy shit! And then, of course, not content with wasting your own weeks of spare time with this masturbatory bullshit, you feel compelled to post it on YouTube as some kind of immortal shrine to your own sadness.
Yeah, you know, if you're making videos like this, you might as well just, like, take your testicles and shove those in a little paper envelope and send those off to YouTube as well, because I don't think you're gonna need them.
Anyway, the first thing you gotta do is rescue a princess from some evil knight named Garland. So you gotta run around leveling up and buying gear, because even though they're the warriors of destiny with the all-powerful elemental orbs, they're still first level and they're buck naked with no magic or weapons at all. How disheartening is that? You put out a call for heroes, and these 4 totally unarmed and unqualified adventurers show up at the doorstep. We're the warriors of destiny, but we're kind of broke at the moment. My paycheck doesn't come in till Friday. Could you, like, loan me a longsword or something? So you spend about a half hour or so grinding out levels, and that's when you run into the broken-ass combat system that plagues you through the entire game. Why? Well, first you assign attack orders to all the members of your party. So, one guy hits, and then another guy hits, and then, uh-oh, the monster's dead. Then the next guy in line just walks forward and... what? He just attacks empty space? Yeah! If the monster dies in the middle of the round, and previously you assigned a guy to attack it, that guy will continue to just blindly march forward and attack the space where the guy used to be. He just stands there and waves his sword around and completely wastes his entire turn. What the fuck is that shit? Why would they do that? What are they doing? Attacking the darkness?
Why wouldn't they just attack the next monster in line like, oh, I don't know, every single other RPG ever made?
So, you go over, beat Garland's ass, you save the princess, and just wait till you get a load of these assholes. A grateful king decides to thank you by building a bridge in your honor. Ooh, thanks, your highness. That'll surely pay the rent this month. Quick, let's all go take a picture out in front of it. The real icing on the cake is the princess, this cheapskate bitch. You know what she does to thank you for saving her from the evil Dark Knight? She gives you a loot. A loot? A fucking loot? I run over, bust my fucking ass to save his only daughter from an evil fucking knight, fighting fucking skeletons and spending my own fucking money on swords and shit, and the best he can do is give me a fucking guitar? If this was a real RPG, there'd be some kind of option to shove the loot up his fucking tightwad ass. From there, the game goes into a usual predictable rut of restoring all the orbs, so of course there's an earth level, there's a water level, there's a wind level, and you know, this shit was played out even when the game was new. Even as a kid, my brain was on autopilot for this. Is this stuff really meant to be challenging?
I don't know. I'm being attacked by a lady made of fire who is swinging swords made of fire in a volcano full of fire. Oh no! She's throwing fire! What kind of magic spell to use? Fire? No, that's stupid. Man, this game is hard. Hey, you know what might work is ice. And hey, I just bought an ice sword in the last town. What a coincidence! And oh my god, it works! Wow! You know, it's all fitting together. It's like some really complex, intricate puzzle you have to be a genius to figure out.
At some point, you have to complete a quest for Bahamut the Dragon to prove your bravery. And what does he want? A fucking rat's tail. Like, that makes a lot of sense. Unfortunately, I can never get past this point in the game, because when it comes to Final Fantasy, I don't give a rat's ass. But if you do, Bahamut casts a spell, and suddenly your characters hit puberty and their balls drop or something, and now they look really cool. The thief becomes a ninja who is fucking useless because all he can do is cast 4th level magic. Well, whoop-de shit. You stopped using that 2 dungeons ago. So after you fought on the space station and you've killed all 4 of the fiends, you think you're done, right? But no! You go back to the Circle of Sages, which is a group of old bastards who all dress alike, and they spend all day, every day, just standing in a fucking circle in a park somewhere. I mean, who would do that? They get paid to stand there? Do they take lunch breaks? Does someone have to cover their post if they have to go take a shit? I don't know, but this is where the plot really takes it in the ass. The sages tell you that now that the fiends are dead, there's a time portal that's opened up going back 2,000 years in the past, creating some kind of time loop you gotta close. Because apparently the real source of ultimate evil has just gone back there, so now you gotta go back and fight it. So you do, and you find out that it's actually Garland from the beginning of the game.
Isn't he dead?
Your puny lot thought it had defeated me, but the 4 fiends sent me back 2,000 years into the past.
Why?
From here, I sent the 4 fiends to the future. The fiends will send me back to here, and the time loop will go on.
You've created a time paradox.
After 2,000 years, I will be forgotten, and the time loop will close. I will live forever, and you shall meet doom!
Well, you'll live for 2,000 years, and then I'll kill you in the... Wait, why is it when you face him 2,000 years in the future, he's a total candy ass, but when you go back into the past, he turns into chaos and he's hard as balls?
And when and where did the Furies originally come from? If I get this right, the Furies sent him into the past so he could send the Furies into the future so they could send him into the past and...
They're dead. What's the problem? Like, why do I need to go back and kill them again?
Anyway, don't even ask me to explain the ending, because the whole thing ends in some kind of temporal paradox, and nothing really ends up getting done. I have no idea what's going on here. It makes no fucking sense!
Even as far as time travel plotlines go, this game just defies explanation. It makes Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey look like a work of genius, like Back to the Future in comparison. But, in fact, the only time I've ever seen a worse video game plotline involving time travel was... Son of a bitch! If only I could go back in time and prevent these shitty games from being made, I wouldn't have to torture myself anymore. But that's impossible! The technology hasn't even been invented yet! I'd have to invent it myself, but how? I'd have to study science for decades! No, I'd have to invent all new science! Render the laws of time and space meaningless! I would have to become the greatest scientist ever known! Of course! And if it did work, if I did invent time travel, why not create my own time paradox, I could go back in time to this very moment and visit myself, and then instantaneously give myself all the knowledge and gadgets from the future I need to become the greatest scientist in the world, and still have time to erase Rob Schneider from history! It's you! It did work. What's up, Doc?